Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. We're back at the Little Laundromat and Car Wash, and there is some exciting news today that we'll talk about here in just a little bit. And there's less exciting news, or maybe exciting for some people. It's trash again. I came in here, and there's a lady doing laundry with two dogs who just started barking like crazy at me. That's another thing. I've seen animals in here. I've seen animals in my other laundromat, and it's like, are you a stickler with telling people they can't have animals? Is that chasing away the few customers we have here? It gets a little tricky. Now, if you don't notice the animal and they're just laying down, that's another story. But if they're barking and yapping at every person that comes in, that's not good. And then I don't know what is going on here. For a while, we'd have to clean up every week, maybe twice a week. And it really wasn't bad. But the last month, this place is trashed every time I come here. And our trash is overflowing every time I come here. And I feel like someone new is using the laundromat and just destroying this place. And, obviously nobody is picking up anything after themselves. So that's a little frustrating. It means there should be some money in the machines, but it's so ugly in between when we come here, and it's getting that way really quickly. So, but we'll still check the machines. We'll see how much money we've got in them, and then we'll talk about what's happening out back, which is super exciting as well. We'll check the change machine first, and the good news is, even with it having been so dirty in here, people are still using it. So it's not like they completely abandoned the place. Well, I don't think as much has gone as last week, but there's still a decent amount of quarters gone. Cash. Oh man, people love this one. I don't know why. I just filled that up last week, and we're gonna have to fill it up again here soon. All right, we shall see if there's more money in the boxes this week. Seems about the same. Last week we had a lot in the washers, but not nearly as much in the dryers. That's not that great. These dryers had more than that in them last week. Well, this isn't very good at all for how dirty it was. That is definitely less than last week for the dryers. Well, maybe we'll make up for it with the washers. No, that is awful. That is, oh, we've got an error code. We've got an error code. That's better. But that one's obviously working. That one had major issues and walked itself out into the floor and destroyed the floor a couple weeks ago. Oh, right. It's okay. Well, wasn't amazing. It was okay right there. That washer's way out too. They're all kind of not where they're supposed to be. There we go. That's where all the money is. In that tiny coin box. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Where are we? That's okay. The last couple of weeks, we've also had a really dirty floor. Because one of these was leaking. I've tested them, can't find one that's leaking. And this week, I don't see any signs of leaking. So these, that's okay, tend to have a mind of their own. So we'll count that up, but I don't think that's as good as we've been doing lately. All right, we're gonna check the car wash, see how much money we have. These tenants have been fine since we left the sticky notes on their cars about parking in the car wash bay. And we have other exciting news. The shop is now rented. Yay! So someone moved in, run a business there, and then we're doing a little bit of work on it for them right now. That's what that vehicle is there. I was hoping, they wouldn't block the car wash, but hopefully it's not there too long. See what we've got. That's okay. That's not that great. All right, so we'll get some of these counted up. Now, a lot of people think people take quarters out of the laundromat to search for them or use them in other businesses, but we actually accumulate more quarters than people take out. So I've already filled up the machines. They're totally full. And these are just extra quarters we've accumulated the last month or so. Bag is partially full, bucket's pretty full. So we definitely get more quarters than we give out. And that's at both laundromats. All right, we'll do the car wash first. That's not bad. Not the best, but not bad. All right, now we'll do the dryer, which did not seem like that much this week. We shall see. We hope for 400 quarters. That was actually better than last week. That was better. So, okay. All right, we'll do new washers next. We hope for 400 on each of these too. Close, but not nearly as good as last week. Last week we had over 1,000. Sorry, we had over 1,000 quarters last week from the washers. There's more here. So that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Still not as good as last week, but we'll be okay. Now I want to try and fix that machine, clean up a little more, empty the trash, check the lint boxes, and then see if people trash it again this week. All right, here are our sales for the last year now, which is kind of crazy to say. But things are looking better because we have that back shop rented now. It's rented for $800 a month. I did a video a little while ago on how much money the laundromat is losing because it has not turned a profit. At least the whole building hasn't. Now we have the back shop rented for $800. Now we have the apartment. It's been rented for $1,000. The laundromat brings in, $1,200 to $1,500 a month. So it's probably close to breaking even now after all is said and done, and maybe we can keep things improving and doing well. As you can see, we actually had a pretty decent week. I was wrong when I was saying how empty the boxes looked, obviously, because there was quite a bit. Maybe they're just spread out more, but it wasn't as good as last week. But it still wasn't bad, and we've been having a pretty good upward trend, as you can see. We haven't had any bad weeks for a while. Things have been pretty solid, so that's good news. And I know we still can fix the machines. And yes, I am still trying to get bigger machines in here. That has been a struggle, just massive struggle. I've asked an electrician, our guys, months ago to figure out how to do this, and talked to another electrician. Finally talked basically to a third electrician, and they're kind of like, well, the problem is you need 3-phase power to run those big washers, and we don't have that. And you can't just easily add 3-phase power to a building that doesn't have it. So like, well, you can do a phase converter. I guess those cost thousands of dollars. And they're like, it might just be cheaper to put a different motor in the washers and go that route. And so I'm like, well, is that going to mess them up? Are they going to work right? So there's all kinds of things going on. We're still trying. We're still working on that. It'd be really nice to get a couple of those in, because with some of those horizons we have that are broken, you know, it would sure be nice just to replace those with bigger, better machines. And the horizons are the front load white ones, the newer machines in there. And everybody I talk to says that they just break all the time. They're just not a good machine. Speed Queen is a really good company. Their stuff is really well made, from what I hear, except for those, except for those horizons. And of course, that's what the old Laundromat guys sold me. And how I first met those guys was they had some for sale, and they've just had issues from the very beginning. The ones they sold me and were supposedly completely rebuilt, as well as the ones they fixed from a different laundromat when I bought a bunch of machines from there. So we'll have more information on the business and different things going on in the back on my members only channel. So I don't try and hold back or hold secrets or anything like that, but there are some videos and some information I prefer not to be totally public. It's got me in trouble before, so that's what the members only channel is. And I'll have another video for that. They also get to see videos earlier sometimes and get a sneak peek at different stuff. So and then we'll have another video on another kind of interesting thing on there too, coming up soon. Not too bad. I guess it's still chugging along. It's still doing okay. I wish people would just pick up trash when they're done. That'd be a very simple thing. You know, I don't need people to sweep. I don't need people to, you know, wipe down the floor. But just pick up trash you leave on the floor would be awesome. It'd make that place look so much better. Just sweeping it makes it look so much better. So we'll see how this all goes. We'll see how this progresses. And nice to have that back shop rented. Hopefully we don't have any issues, just because we gave them a specific area where they can park and told them you can't block the car wash, you can't get in the way of the car wash. And I don't think they will, but we'll see how all of that goes. All right, we'll have another video with the other bigger laundromat that almost set a record last week until I figured out my math was wrong. That will be coming up here. And many other videos in our flips, rentals, all that stuff coming up too.